If you're a business owner selling a high-ticket offer and you're not posting on YouTube, you are leaving serious money on the table every single day. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly why YouTube Organic is the most powerful client acquisition tool in 2026 you can use as a business owner, and why the businesses that figure this out now are going to be almost impossible to compete with in 2 years. So let's start with something that most business owners completely overlook when they think about content. Every single platform you can use to grow your business falls into one of two categories, and understanding this distinction is what separates the people who build real client acquisition systems from the people who just post content randomly hoping something sticks. So the first category is discovery platform. So this could be TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, etc. and these get you attention. Someone scrolls past your reel, watches 15 seconds, maybe follows you, maybe saves that reel, but the problem is where the journey ends. These platforms are built for consumption, not for conversion. So the person watching your 30-second reel doesn't know enough about you to trust you with a high ticket purchase. They just saw you for half a minute, or best case scenario, a minute. You were just a stranger and by tomorrow they have already forgotten about you. So the second category is conversion platforms. This could be sales pages, VSLs, sales calls, email sequences, and these are what actually turn attention into money. But they have the opposite problem. They cannot discover people for you. A sales page doesn't go out to find your ICP. You have to drive traffic to it constantly, which means paying for ads, sending outreach, posting content that points to it. The moment you stop feeding it, it stops working completely. Now here's exactly where YouTube is different from everything else. YouTube is the only platform that does both at the same time. It discovers new people for you through search, and it converts those same people into paying clients through the depth of content they consume. Nothing else on the internet does both simultaneously. So YouTube plays as a discovery plus conversion platform and catches the 99% you are losing, gives you lead quality, it's a permanent asset that compounds, and it's an absolutely trust multiplier. Now let me show you exactly what the journey looks like in practice, because this is the whole game. Someone opens YouTube and types a question related to your niche into the search bar. Your video appears, they click on it, they watch it to the end, and it's not because the algorithm pushed it, but because they were actively searching for this information that you offer. And then they click on your channel and watch 2 or 3 more videos. Each one builds more trust, more authority, and then they click the first link in your description. They book a call, and when you show up to that call, they already know who you are, they already believe you can help them, and they are already sold on the concept. Now think about how different that is from every other channel. The platform itself is the funnel. You don't need to build a separate funnel. You don't need to pay for traffic to a landing page, because YouTube is the only platform that captures a complete stranger and converts them into a paying client without needing anything else plugged into it. Now let me give you a perspective shift that is going to change how you think about client acquisition completely. At any given moment, only 1% of your market is ready to buy right now. Just 1%. That is the pocket of people your paid ads are targeting. And that is who your cold outreach is going after as well. The people who are feeling the pain, who are actively looking for a solution, and who have a budget and urgency to make a decision today. And best case scenario, if you are really good at sales, only some of that 1% is converting. Okay, great. So what about the other 99%? Because those are real leads too. They exist in your market right now. Some of them can't afford it yet, but will be able in 3 months, for example. Some are aware they have the problem right now, but they don't have that much of urgency yet. Some are actively looking but have not found the right person. Some will be in the perfect position to buy in 6 to 12 months. So these are future clients, real people with real problems who will eventually spend money with someone to solve them. And the question is whether that someone is you, which is mostly not. Now here's exactly what happens without YouTube. That 99% sees you once through an ad or a post. They are not ready, so they leave and they forget about you completely. 6 months later, when they are ready to buy, they go to whoever stayed on top of mind, and that person is not you. You lost that client permanently and you will never even know it happened. Now with YouTube, it plays out completely differently. That same 99% find your video through search. Some are not ready, so they just follow you or subscribe. They watch your content over weeks and months. 6 months later, they are ready to buy and you are the only and the first person they think of, and you simply win the client because you have been showing up consistently in their world the entire time. Without YouTube, you are losing 99% of your addressable market permanently every single day, and you are not even aware it's happening because these people never tell you they existed. They just quietly go buy from someone else. And here's the thing that separates the clients who get the best results with us. The people who stay in your ecosystem the longest become your highest value client. The ones who watched 20 videos before booking a call are more committed, more coachable, and more likely to get better results than someone who just clicked on one ad and booked immediately. Long sales cycles on YouTube produce better clients, and that's a fact you cannot ignore. Now let me show you what this actually looks like on a sales call, because this is where the difference becomes impossible to ignore. So first, think about a cold lead on a call. This person has seen one ad or one outreach message. He does not know your story yet, your method, or your results, which causes high skepticism and low trust by default. You spend the first 10 to 15 minutes on the call convincing them you are legit, which is very exhausting, and you are starting from zero every single call. And it's gonna obviously cause you low close rates, very high effort, and inconsistent output. Now think about a YouTube lead on a call. So this person has already watched 3, 4, or 5 of your YouTube videos before booking. He has seen your case studies, heard your framework, watched how you think. So he's already sold on the concepts before the call even starts, and already trusts you as the authority quality in your space. So the call is only going to be just about confirming fit and moving forward, which will cause significantly higher close rates, much lower effort, and a consistent output. Same offer, same price, completely different conversation. Now, something I want you to really sit with is I had clients generate sales from videos with less than 500 views, because those 500 people were not just random traffic. They were the exact right ICP finding a video that spoke directly to their situation, and they showed up to the call already warm, already informed, and already bought in. YouTube doesn't just bring you more leads, it brings you better leads, and better leads means higher close rates, shorter sales cycles, and clients who show up already committed rather than needing to be convinced over 3 follow-up calls. So this is the point that changes how people think about content from a cost to an investment, and I want you to really think about this one. Every single dollar you spend on a paid ad disappears the moment you stop the campaign. If a piece of cold outreach you send stops after you stop sending. So these are expenses. They require constant budget and constant attention. Your cost per acquisition stays the same or increases over time. And if you took everything you have spent on paid ads in the last 3 years and had nothing to show for it except a folder of old campaigns, that's because ads are inexpensive. They do not leave anything behind. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying ads are terrible. I'm just saying if you have put YouTube organic on top of your ads, first, your ads are going to perform a lot better than usual. And it all works together as one ecosystem anyway. No, YouTube videos are a completely different type of asset. And let me explain to you why. You invest time once to make a great video and then it keeps working forever. Yes, obviously it requires time upfront, but it pays off indefinitely. Your cost per lead decreases as the channel grows. 3 years of YouTube gives you a library of content, essentially 50, 60, 70 videos, all working simultaneously, all generating trust and leads on autopilot. And every single video you add makes the whole system stronger. Every single video compounds and adds to the total. So now, how a video performs over time. You publish the video, it starts with low views, it flatlines, then it gets picked up by search, it spikes, flatlines again, then YouTube recommends it to new viewers, it spikes again higher, and this repeats indefinitely. Unlike a social media post that dies in 24 hours, or an ad that stops the moment you stop paying, a YouTube video doesn't have an expiration date. I literally have clients with videos from 12 months ago that are still generating leads till this day. Paid ads are an expense and they disappear when you stop paying, but your YouTube videos are an asset on your balance sheet, which appreciates over time. You make it once, it works forever, and that is the definition of a business asset. So the last thing I want to cover is something almost nobody talks about when they discuss YouTube, and it's the exact reason why building a YouTube channel is not just a content decision, but it's a business infrastructure decision. YouTube doesn't just generate its own leads, it makes every single other channel you are running perform a lot better. And I want to walk you through each one because this is where the real leverage is. So without YouTube, when someone sees your ad, they click, they are not ready, and they forget about you. But with YouTube, they see your ad, they get curious, they Google your name or YouTuber your name, and they find your channel, they watch 2 videos or even more. That skepticism dissolves, and they come back and book. YouTube converts the traffic to your ads already paid for. Without YouTube, when you send a cold DM or email, the prospects is mildly interested. It checks your profile, finds nothing substantial, and goes cold. But with YouTube, they check your channel, watch a video or 2, and reply as a warm lead instead of a cold one. The same outreach message produces a completely different response. On sales calls, without YouTube, you start at 0 every single call. But with YouTube, you send a specific video the day before the call, one that directly addresses the main objection you know they are going to raise, so they watch 10 to 15 minutes of you before the call, they show up completely different, and your close rate goes significantly up without you changing a single thing about your offer. On your email list, without YouTube, your subscribers trust you at a service level because they read some emails here and there, but with YouTube, you send them a 15 to 20 minute video, and that trust deepens in a way that text simply cannot replicate. A subscriber who watches your YouTube content is significantly more likely to buy than one who only reads your emails. And on short form content, without YouTube, someone watches a reel and that's the end of the relationship, literally. With YouTube, they find your channel, watch 3 videos, and they become a completely different quality of lead. Because let's make one thing clear, short form gets you attention, and that's its own job. But YouTube converts that attention into trust, and trust into clients. YouTube is the only channel where a complete stranger can spend 2, 3, or 4 hours with you before they ever speak to you. That level of trust cannot be faked, it can only be built. And the businesses that start building it now, while their competitors are still posting on Instagram or Twitter, waiting for referrals, are going to have a huge advantage that compounds every single month for years. So that's exactly why YouTube Organic is the most powerful client acquisition tool in 2026. So if you want my agency to build this entire system for your business done for you, just click the first link in the description below and book a call personally with me to see you for the right fit to work together. We have done this over and over across multiple clients and niches and have generated nearly $500,000 in revenue. We handle everything done for you from strategy, scripting, editing, thumbnails, SEO, posting, and distribution. So all you have to do is record for 2 to 3 hours a month and we handle the heavy stuff for you. So that's it for today's video. See you in another one.